messed up. For anyone watching late, or anyone who's joining later, let's pack for Milsim West. Because I'm too lazy to actually record a real video for you. I'm gonna be lazy and go live. Bam. Alright. I'm the only person watching, which is fantastic. I can go edit this later. Alright. Milsim West, very first thing you always want to make sure you get a good rucksack. You can never go wrong with a good rucksack, especially one that's going to carry all your weight. You're going to be carrying it for quite a while depending on which Milsim West you go to. Currently I'm packing for Washington, and it is a very fast field, so you want to make sure you have something that will sit well on your back. Also, oh my god, hi Tyson. My phone's not completely doing good right now. Hydration. 1 liter won't hack it. Make sure you bring enough water to last. In the tack stop, it says how much you should bring. I usually bring 2 jugs and then 2 like 3 or 4 liter size bottles on the side of my rucksack. So I make sure I am well hydrated for the event. Food is the next thing you want to make sure you bring. Dehydrated meals are my favorite. I always make sure I bring with me this is actually a dump pouch I repurposed to bring my jet oil. Not everyone needs to have these, but when you meet up with your squad, see who has one and kind of coordinate there, because you don't all need to have one. It's pretty great to have. I use it for camping as well as other things, so it's nice to be able to grab with me and bring out. And the great thing about being a dump pouch is I can hook it to the side of my molly on my ruck, and it's quick and easy to get to, which is what you want to have, especially when you're in a hurry. And Milsim West, you don't always have a lot of time to break down and make full meals. So as much as I make bars or other quick foods on me, Cliff Bars, any other snacks, they're super handy. Uncrustables, what else you can bring? Beef jerky, pretzels. You'll see a lot of people have a lot of those other foods with them, because a lot of times you're not going to be able to sit down for a solid 10, 15, 20 minutes and make a meal. Occasionally you can get there, sometimes. Next thing, eye pro. I prefer to go with shooter glasses. You'll see different people wear different kind of glasses and stuff like that. I found these work out perfect for me, especially for the long wear. And when you do go to bed, you do have to wear them when you're going. Face pro, something to cover your face, especially when you get hit in the mouth. I wear a baklava, and then I have a little mesh mask that folds into the bottom of this. So when I'm running, so I can pull it down when we're not engaging, but when we're in engagement, I can pull it up quickly and save my teeth, because that shit costs money, and I've gotten hit in the face plenty of times at Milsim West. Most important things you can bring. Never forget these. Always protect your teeth. That shit costs money. Ask anyone. Bam. Next. Tarp. I always bring a tarp with me, no matter what AO I go to. I like to either lay on the ground to give myself that barrier of protection from the cold. Milsim West, Washington, there's a lot of bugs and stuff like that, and just other things that don't want to creepy crawl me when I'm sleeping, so I always bring them with me. And then poncho. These two are the best things you can bring with you when it comes to Milsim West. Poncho and a tarp, because your tarp can go above you, poncho can go under you. Poncho can go above you, tarp can go under you. And especially if it rains. Guardian Center, having a poncho saved the majority of my gear. I was so wet by the end of it. It was fun. Next thing, nice to have with you. Definitely recommend a decent one. It does get cold. There are some cold nights in some of the AOs, especially Washington. I bring a baby cover as well for my sleeping bag, just to go in and give myself a little bit extra protection from the wind and other things at the point in time as well. Gloves. I mean, every airsofter should bring gloves. These are probably my favorite gloves because they have that little protection on the fingers that keep me a little bit more safe, because I'm a wuss. It's miserable. Boonie hat. I love wearing a boonie hat, especially when it comes to AOs and stuff like this. It's just comfortable. I rather run it over other things, either that or a baseball hat. Either or, they're comfortable because you're going to be wearing it for quite a few hours a day. It keeps you protected from the sun, as well as not so much BBs because it's just fucking fabric. So you can do helmets too. I prefer not to do helmets, especially if I'm going militia. It's just a little bit less little bit less high speed kind of thing on that area. I do go a little high speed. I like wearing plate carriers. I just like the extra protection when it runs down to. I have radio, I'm being platoon lead at this time for Milsim West, so I want to make sure I have an extra radio just to be able to swap through channels and everything like that. And then I'll, the rest of your vest setup. I have a nice little relocation kit for my antenna on the back of my vest. It's the first time trying this out, so I guess I'll see how it goes. I don't know if it'll be the best setup, but with airsoft you always shift and try different things as you go through and stuff. Ear protection! Any sort of headphones, earphones, earplugs, please do. Especially for this AO for Washington, because we're allowed pyro for the first time in 5 years. I'm so excited. So these will definitely be really nice, especially at night when someone decides to throw a grenade into our fob. I'm so happy to have these. I also like to bring fin packs with me. I like to be able to have that maneuverability to slide something around my front. Also, I don't always have all the pockets and stuff, so being able to handily be able to grab my light or any other things quick and easy. I put my phone in here as well because I'm going to need that for communication. And we're using the tracking system, ATAC? I think it's ATAC. And so it's nice to be able to pull it up and see where everyone else is on the map and kind of make sure I'm in the right position where my platoon's supposed to be. And last but not least, I always bring 3 batteries with me. I think I've only ever gone through probably 2 batteries in Milsim West, especially the events, because it's not as heavy fighting. You can never go wrong with bringing extra batteries. It's always a good idea because you rather have them than not. Because if your gun dies on Sunday, you're like, well, this is great, guys. It's time to go home. If you're doing any recording like I do at Milsim West, I always like to carry a nice little handy GoPro. I like a nice hard box to carry all of my stuff in. I have 6 batteries for each of my cameras. I have my scope cam. I have 2 external chargers. I have actually 3 external chargers. I just ordered another one because I just need that much recording time overall when it comes down to stuff. And plus, I want to be able to share it with you guys and not miss anything. What else am I thinking? Ooh, jackets and coats. You think, why would I bring a jacket? Well, it gets cold at night and you want to make sure you have that extra layer of protection for just when you're sitting down on fire guard or anything like that. It's always good to bring something extra. And the issue is finding something decently that you like to have. I think my green jacket's up here. I love to get these Milsim jackets, especially with the ones with the vents underneath it, because when you do get warm from wearing them, you can actually be able to pull it off and at least be able to keep yourself cool. Because that's the most important thing, is you don't want to do too many layers. I always suggest in the morning is don't wear too many layers. I know it's cold, but the minute we start running, the minute we start getting engaged, you're going to heat up and it's going to suck. And you're going to be like, I'm all sweaty and I'm all hot, and now you're going to have to stop and take all those layers off. It's easier just to get a heavy jacket, you'll throw it over top and then take it off. I also bring thermals and lighter layers for nighttime, especially when I'm sleeping. I'll change into those when I'm sleeping a little bit after wires, just so I can keep myself cool down. And you want to make sure you do that self-care, like changing your socks, your underwear. Yeah, your underwear, you should change it. If you don't, that's wrong. And a beanie, depending on what AO you go to, because yet again, it could get cold. And I think it's going to be fairly cold for Washington, especially at night. It drops down pretty great. And I think that's everything we need to go through. Yeah. And that's all I bring to Milsim West. Plus boots. But, I mean, who doesn't bring shoes to Milsim West? Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to edit this video and put it up later for people who want to watch it. Bye.